Hello dear students, welcome back all of you to the physics online class. So dear students, we are talking about the concept common forces in the mechanics, right? And in that the fundamental forces we discussed already in the first chapter as well as in the previous video also, right? And when you come with the point of the common forces in a mechanics, mainly we are focusing on the two forces. That is, one is the force due to the spring. Force due to the spring. Yes, and the second one is the tension in the string. Tension in the string. So then what happens here in the tension in the string? Actually, I told you an example that assume there is a wire. Assume there is a wire which is supported or given attached to the rigid support, and one end of that is connected to the heavy material or any weight is attached to other end. Then in this wire what happens? There is a force. That force only called as the tension in the string. ಅಂದ್ರ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು ದಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ತಂತಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ವೇಟನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವೇಟನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತಂತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವ್ರಿ? ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಾರನು ಅಂತ ಇರಬಹುದು, ವೈರ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕೂಡ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? Then what is about the force due to the spring? That I already expressed you in the previous video also. The force due to the spring means, assume there is a spring. When the spring is compressed or it is extended. ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ರೆಸರ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಜಗ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡರ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ position, change in its shape is seen. Then that change, when you release the hand, again what happens? It will vibrate and reaches back to its original position there. Yes, and why that spring will come back to its original position? Because of the restoring force present inside the material of the spring. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಆ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ದೊಳಗ ಒಂದು ರೀಸ್ಟೋರಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ರೀಸ್ಟೋರಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ original position. Therefore, in the previous class I given formula for the force due to the spring, that is F is equal to I told that it is directly proportional to the displacement of the spring from the mean position. Right, and here I am representing the negative sign because the applied the restoring force and the displacement of the spring both are opposite to each other here. Yes, if you are applying the force in one direction means the restoring force is existing in its opposite. That is why we are mentioning here the negative sign, right? And if you want to simplify this, again you can take here that F is equal to minus kx, right, where the k is called spring constant. Am I clear? Yes. Then moving forward with the next concept that also we started to learn, that is friction. Right, friction means what? The tangential force which act between the two objects or which opposes the motion of the body, that we call as the friction or the force of the friction. Yes, and there we classified the friction into the two types. How many are there? Two types: static friction and the kinetic friction. Yes, static friction means what? All the points already we learned. That means what? When the object are at the rest, there also friction exists. That is called a static. Kinetic means what? When there is a relative motion between the two objects, there exists the friction that we call as the kinetic friction. Yes, and this kinetic again we classified into two type. One is the sliding friction and another one is the rolling friction. Sliding and the rolling. Slide means what? One object is sliding. Assume it is a slope, and now I keep the chalk, means it will slide over that surface. So between these two objects and the surface of them there exists the friction that we call as the sliding friction. Rolling means what? On the same slope, if you keep a ring, then it will roll over that surface. Yes, and the good example is the rolling friction between the tires of the vehicle with the road, and that of the roller. Everything we can consider. That is a rolling friction. And here, one point should be key, you have to keep in mind is sliding friction is greater than the rolling. Yes, this already I told last also. And or else you can also say rolling is less than the sliding friction. Am I clear? Yes. And here comes one point, that is a limiting friction. What does it mean? The limiting friction is, that is a maximum value of the static friction. At that instant, just the object slide or just the object start to slide over the surface of another. So such a friction we call as the limiting friction. Limiting friction. And this limiting friction in a static we call as the Fs maximum. Am I clear, dear students? Yes. What are the points we discussed already that I am repeating just because it should be very clear to you all. Then let us move to the next concept, that is laws of the friction. Laws, or you can say rules of friction. Laws or rules of a friction. First one is, first rule, what it states? It gives that the limiting force of friction, is always opposite to the relative motion of the body. The limiting friction always opposite to friction, opposite to motion of body. Motion of body. This is our first rule or the law in the friction. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಚಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, the limiting friction always exists in the opposite direction to the motion of the body here. Yes. And second rule is the limiting friction between surfaces in a contact is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Is not directly proportional to the normal reaction. That means I can write here Fs maximum. This is only we call as a limiting friction. So this is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Normal reaction, and that normal reaction is represented by N or R here. Okay. So then this can be again simplified as Fs maximum. If you want to take a is equal to, here comes one constant that we call as a mu s. So this constant only we call it as the coefficient of the friction here. What is the mu s here? Mu s is equal to coefficient of, s is taken here, therefore it is coefficient of static friction. Right? And ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ mu s ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? mu s is equal to Fs maximum upon N can be written. Then this is equal to, that is limiting friction upon normal reaction can be taken. Yes. Therefore, if the question comes, define coefficient of the friction. How do you define that? Simple. It is the ratio of limiting friction to the normal reaction of the surfaces in a contact. Coefficient of friction is the ratio between, or ratio of the limiting friction to the normal reaction between surfaces in a contact. See dear students, limiting friction is also a force, normal reaction is also a force. When you take the ratio of the same quantities, their dimension also will get cancelled and there is no unit. Because same unit only, then it will also be cancelled. Therefore remember, the coefficient of friction has no unit. Remember this point. Coefficient of friction has no unit. Okay, so that might be in the static friction or it might be in a kinetic. See, kinetic will come means here K you need to write and here Fk you need to write. Then same thing again, normal reaction will be taken. That is called coefficient of the kinetic friction. Am I clear? So the second rule is clear, I hope. So what it says, the limiting friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction between surfaces in a contact. And when we use that law and simplify this, we get one constant here. That constant only we call it as coefficient of the static friction. And how do you define that? That can be taken as the ratio of the limiting friction to the normal reaction between the surfaces in a contact, and this constant has no unit also. Yes, so this is a point. Then moving forward, next rule, the limiting friction does not depend on area of the contact to bodies. See, very important this is. The limiting friction does not depend on limiting friction, or else you can simply use friction, right? So friction does not depend on the area of the contact bodies. That means, see here, the chalk piece what I am using, that is having very small area. ಹೌದ್ರಿ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಏನದ ಬಹಳ ಅದ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಈ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟದ ರೀ? ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ chalk piece. When I am writing on this, do you get any the relation between the area of this and this? No, only the friction is existing. ನಾ ಇದ್ರ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈಸಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುವಂತ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಪ್ಪ? Only friction between the two bodies here. It does not depend on the area of the contact bodies. Am I clear? So here you can write, friction does not depend on area of contact bodies. Yes, then now the question comes, area ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಅದ? Of course, the friction, that is the limiting friction, depends on the nature of the surface between two contact bodies. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೀ. ಎಸ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ದೇ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋನು, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಏನದ ರಫ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಎದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗ ಈಸಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದ ರೀ? When you are walking on the tile, you feel that you are moving faster than when you are moving on the mud road or the rough road. Yes, then why it happens or why it exists? Because on the tiles the surface is polished. There is a less friction between our slippers and that of the surface. But when you move or walk on the road, their roughness is more. Due to the roughness, what increases? Friction will increase there. That is why here the friction depends on what? It depends on the nature of the surfaces in the contact. Whether the nature of surface is a softer or what I can say, whether it is a soft surface or the rough surface, based on that the friction will change. If a surface is softer, then the friction is less. Roughness is increased, then friction is more there. Yes, so therefore friction depends on nature of surfaces in a contact. Okay, So these are the few laws related to the friction, or you can also say the rules for the friction. I hope the points are clear, dear students. Yes, and moving forward, the next point is, see, we are studying about the friction. Now the question comes, why should we study about the friction? That means friction has some advantages, right? So the advantages of the friction, let us discuss now. Next point to understand is advantages of friction. Yes. So what are the advantages? That means where it is helping us. Advantages andre enri? So how that friction will help us to study, right? So then first point is, friction helps all of us to walk easily on the ground. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀವಿ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣನ ಏನ್ರಿ? ಗ್ರಿಪ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಗ್ರಿಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲ್ ನಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೌದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾರ ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾರ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ಪರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಟೈರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿನೂ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಾಜುಕ ಸಣ್ಣ 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 ಹಿಂಗೆ ಎಳಿ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಟೈರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕ? Because it should have a proper grip when it is moving on the road. Here also same, friction helps us to walk easily on the ground. That is the first advantage. And second advantage, it will help us to write with a chalk piece on the board. Friction dinda mattén possibility ಐತ್ರಪ್ಪ? chalk piece ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. How it is possible? This is because of the friction between chalk piece surface and the surface of the board here. Okay. Then next advantage is, it will help us to write with the tip of the pen on the paper. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ, ಪೆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪೇಪರ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಬರೆಯಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್? ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೀವು ಬರ್ದಂಗ ಪೆನ್ ಸರ್ಕೊಂತನ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, is it possible to write on the paper there? No. So the friction will help us to write properly on the paper with the pen. That is also the advantage of the friction, right? And see, in some areas like where you want to catch the fire, ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ friction ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ help ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. The good example is when a matchstick you will rub there, due to the friction between surface of the matchbox and the stick, their fire will be caught, right? So that is also helping us for the when you want to on the stove. Like this, few of the advantages are there in our day-to-day life. Am I right? Then see, dear students, along with the advantages, we will be having disadvantages, right? So then what are those disadvantages? Moving to the next, that is a disadvantages of friction. ಏನೇನು disadvantages ರಪ್ಪ? Again here also comes 3-4 points. Due to the increase in the friction, loss of the heat take place between the machinery parts. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ, machinery parts ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತಿದ್ದನ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಹೆಂಗ್ರಿ? ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೇರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಅದೇ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಕತ್ತು, ಘರ್ಷಣೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಕತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತ. ದಟ್ ಹೀಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್. ಎಸ್, and second disadvantage is the friction causes lot of wear and tear. Wear and tear. That means ಯಾವಾಗ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಸಿ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ ನೋಡಿರಿ, ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೇರ್. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸವಕಳಿನೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಯಿಲಿ ದಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. That means what? That will make or produce a lot of the wear and tear. ಸವಕಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So then second advantage is that creates a lot of the wear and tear. Then next is the friction will reduces the efficiency of the machines. What it does? It reduces efficiency of machines. So am I clear? So first one is it what it does, it makes loss of heat. Next, it creates or produces lot of the wear and the tear. Then it reduces the efficiency of the machines, that we call as that is the what about the, so the disadvantages. And say one more disadvantage we can write here, that is friction may produce spark also. It may produce the sparks that may again causes the fire to happen. The good example is the fire caught in the forest. ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅರಣ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡ್ಗಿಚ್ಚು ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್, ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಆಗುವುದರಿಂದ ಈಗ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದ್ರಿ. ಎಸ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಸೊ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫೈರ್ ಕಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್, so that is what the disadvantages of the friction here. Am I clear, dear students? Yes. And moving to the next, see, we talked about the rules, then what are the advantages of the friction, then move to the disadvantages. Now the question comes, how to reduce this friction? ಈ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ರಿ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದೇನ್ರಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. How do we can reduce or minimize the friction? Then there are some methods which will help us to reduce the friction. Then let us talk about them. What are those methods to minimize or reduce the friction? Methods to reduce or minimize friction. Yes, and that means first method. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ we can so apply the polishing. We can do the ಪಾಲಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ರಫ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಲಿಶ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತದ ರೀ, ದಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಫ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪಾಲಿಶ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಎಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಶಿಂಗ್. Yes, that can used for minimizing or reducing the friction. Then second one is lubrication. See dear student, this part is very important. Any one question may come for the 2 marks. Either that might be mention advantages, disadvantages, or give any 2 methods to minimize or reduce the friction. Yes, so this question repeatedly asking for your examination. Yes. Then first one, polishing, lubrication. What do you mean by lubrication? See, in some of the normal example I can take here. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನೀವು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಒಜ್ಜು ಬರಾಕತ್ತಿತ್ತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಪ್ಪಿ, ಸೊ ಪ್ಯಾಡಲಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಚೈನಿಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಆಯಿಲ್ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಲುಬ್ರಿಕೇಶನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಈವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಸೊ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಏನೋ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೊ lubrication to reduce the friction between the machinery parts. Yes, so then the lubrication means applying the oil or a grease. Yes, so that can oil or a grease that can reduce that can reduces the friction. And the next one is converting sliding into rolling friction. Next method is converting sliding into rolling. See, as I told earlier, sliding friction is more. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಭಾಳ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಬಾಲ್ ಬಿಯರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿರಪ್ಪ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರ. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಮಷಿನರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ they will be appearing like small ball bearings will be used. Okay, so then see, if ball bearings are not used, one surface will slide over the another, and due to the sliding friction more friction will exist, and due to that loss of the heat, wear and tear, and the machinery efficiency also decreases. But when we use the ball bearings there, the sliding friction will be converted into the rolling friction there. Okay, so by that also we can minimize the friction. And another, the last method is streamlined shape. Streamlined shape. Providing streamlined shape. What do you mean by streamlined shape? See dear students, have you observed the shape of the ship or the aeroplane or the helicopters? When you compare the shape of them with our bus or a car, what do you find there where you can feel that? And one more question, why the aeroplane or the speed of the boat and this is faster compared to the that of the bus here or the vehicles of our moving on the road? The same reason for that answer you will get from the streamlined shape. When the shape of the body is streamlined, ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವನ್ ಮೀನಿನ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಮೀನು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ streamlined shape of the that body here. Same thing happens here also. If you want to minimize, ಬಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅದ್ರ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಏರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲೈನಡ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಅವೇ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ to reduce the area of the contact there, we can change the shape into the streamlined shape to minimize the friction. Okay dear students, I hope the methods are very clear. So this is a very important point, right? So and this is a completion of the friction concept. Next the another 5 marks important is remaining, that is the escape speed on when the car is moving on the level road as well as on the banked road. Okay, so that we will discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching my video.